That's funny. Oil's at 78.50 and moving up just a tad. All right. Good morning, everybody. Let's take a look at the market. You know what's ahead of us here. We're at quite the little inflection point. The day before yesterday, we pushed down hard and then bought up the lower prices. Yesterday, we opened up. We opened and moved up and over that prior day's high, completely capitulating and erasing that day's sentiment and moving much more bullish, except that after the morning passed, the morning session passed, we faded all day, and eventually the bears won on that day. And today, oddly enough, the market is opening strong again, and yet we have these two hammer and inverted hammer candles back to back, which just means there's just a real fight and indecisiveness about where to go from here at these levels, like 276 or 277 on the Qs, kind of that pivotal mid-level. But the market is stronger today and opening up in the upper end of both of those days' ranges. That may be because Europe has weakened overnight. That may be what's causing that. And so that gives a little bit of strength and silver lining hope for the U.S. economy. And that may be how this day plays out today. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the bottom or that it can't go lower when there's one good day. So, we'll see how it goes. It's possible that we go and we test yesterday's high. This is a possibility. We test yesterday's high, which is like 280 on the Qs, 280, and reject off of it. And then not really much of a fireworks day, I don't think. We just start grinding around up in this area. Outside of that, I mean, what else could the market do? I mean, we've got, it could go on into rally mode, which I just don't think is happening right now. I don't think there's enough people behind the markets in order to move it up. Or it could turn into a panic day. We just got to be ready for them all. But I think what's likely is that we're going to test yesterday's high and just grind around for most of the day in the upper half of yesterday's candle. And then probably end up around that 277 number. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, pretty slim at that. I think, I really need to see how today goes in order to commit to any kind of a statement, because it seems like we're stuck right and jammed in the middle of this indecisive area here. Right on. Well, we've got 10 minutes until the market opens. And outside of that, like I said, oil is at about 78. Let's take a quick look at oil and how it's been playing out. Continues to be in a just gorgeous downtrend. Whenever it pulls up to the 20 moving average, 25, 30 moving average, or if you want to just eyeball it, the top of this descending worm, whatever you want to call it, then you could short it because it is in a downtrend oil. And yes, it will stop at some point. And yes, you will be wrong once, if not more than once. And so yes, it requires you to be brave and to take some risk. But anyway, today's not that day. Today's more towards the end of taking profits on short trade on oil. And so you might see some covering today and some buying today and some supportive action today. That might kick off a rally on oil, etc. You would want the next level of short is probably going to be something like 85. So just be watching for that 85 level this week or next week to short on a win. Gold also has been making new lows. The breakdown was last week. It broke 1670s. That was a very critical level. So now gold is in a free fall. And that could go on for a long time. Till the next year, even longer. Dollar in the meantime has been rallying and breaking out from that breakout point that we've been calling out and alerting in our group. We're at around 111-ish, and it's now hitting about almost 114. So if you have options on that trades are getting out. Raining money. Now over on the day trading scene, we've got taking a look at AEHL. Appears to be just failing out after popping a pre-market. NMTR, not really enough volume. ILAG, a little bit smoother price action, but failing at bottom. MF, maybe third or fourth best, but what's really happening right now, breaking out, is ATXI. Here comes a pre-market high, new high in pre-market, breakout entry on ATXI. Jonathan. Oh, whose birthday is it? Oh, Robo, you're trying to send me all kinds of strange messages.
Okay. Like, what the hell was that, Jonathan? He gave a butterfly, or what is that? Double voice. Oh, that's a robot? You know, I thought it was somebody's birthday. It looks like a cupcake. Does it tell you what it is if you hover over it? It should. No, it does not. It'll be about 14 years before Zoom updates that. Fucking dicks. All right. ATXI, yeah, breaking out right there. Is it better now, guys? Yeah, okay. ATXA breaking out right now. You want to set your pivot point stop to 540. It's roughly around 580, so about 35, 40 cents of risk. Oh no. Sorry, we had to get rid of that guy who kept asking for AMD over and over and over. Like, one of the rules we have is no spazoids. No spazoids. That's probably a word from my generation, but yeah. Spastic, crazy yahoos who can't control themselves. No spamming. No spammies. No spamzoids. We never would say that. Spazoids, though. Does anybody remember a toy called Zoids? They were fucking awesome. I used to collect those Zoids and do those Zoids. They were battery powered, mechanical, sort of Lego block building dinosaurs and stuff. Oh, they were so cool. Zoids. I think it even got a TV show or briefly. Now, why am I getting all kinds of notifications from here when I do not want notifications from here? Notifications. Disable all notification sounds is on, and yet every time Persian Allah sends a message, bloop. Okay, that's all right. I won't hold it against him. All right. So after that breakout was a little bit of a fake out on ATXI. Still, your stop is at 541. There he goes. I don't know. What can I do? Notification settings, all messages. Oh, that should work. All right. Watching the market going into the open. We've got 4.5 minutes or so until the open. And we've got an inverted Atlas pattern forming. I'll take a piece of that right now. We'll see what happens with it. I'll let it play. and a build into it if it, well, actually, that's kind of doing its thing. Atlas pattern, quite reliable. Somebody's like, what about Neo today? And another guy's like, D-Dog. And then these tickers are hilarious. D-Dog, man. What's up? What's up, my D-Dog? G-Dog. That's what we got here. All right, we've got how many minutes until the market opens? 3 minutes and 20 seconds. We got ATXI holding that breakout level with a stop at 540. And we got to see how this market plays out at the open here. I'm watching. Do you see this clear like Atlas pattern? Look at this. Look at that. I mean, it doesn't get more gorgeous. That's like putting my hand right there. I don't know why I see it that way, but that's how it looks to me. D-Dog is the devil's hand. That's what we should call the devil's hand. That's what we should call that Atlas, inverted Atlas pattern. Yes, jumping rope. Atlas pattern. Like Atlas, he holds up the ball, the earth. Mm-hmm. The devil's hand. I really like that. That might stick. Okay, 2 minutes until the market opens. ATXI. Try and do what it can. On that breakout at 580. It's above WAP and it's been bouncing off WAP. So hard to say what it'll do at the open, but I have decent hopes on that. That even after a sell-off, it probably will reclaim because we're well above VWAP going right into the market open. That's a lovely spot to be. When was the last time you saw that? You know, we rarely get these morning momentum movers to be above VWAP at the market open. All right, so yeah, about a minute to the market open. Very curious to see what this market does. $45 seconds. No, don't trade options. Do not trade options. That is a mistake in life. You can write me in like 5 or 10 years. Tell me I was right. Or you can just trust me. Trade shares. You can learn to trade at marketmastery.teachable.com. All right, here goes ATXI right into the open. 2-1. And the market is open. Okay, some sell off on ATXI right at the open. Some, little bit. Also some buying. Market Mastery what? Just go to the link in my bio and then click Learn to Trade.
Alert.
All right, the market's selling off at the open. Looking like it wants to sell off at the open, although that could be just gathering up some liquidity. There's definitely a lot of volatility going on ATXI. All right, the first minute of trading on the market is in. So now some more direction will start to take shape. All right, the market's starting to get bought up over on the market. ATXI is fading and still above WAP though. And your stop of 540. Carnage, thanks. Carnage 8484. Guessing he was born in 1984. All right, the market with a strong buy candle going on there. I'm going to take a small piece of that direction. We'll see where it goes. If it continues, I'll take a little bit more. Yep, there we go. So we're probably likely moving up to that rejection I was talking about, yesterday's high. Okay, ATXI did find a little bit of support just a moment ago around just above VWAP, and ATXI is starting to take off. People have a lot of FOMO on that because they couldn't even wait for it to dip below VWAP. You know, so you got to read that as a positive. Although it is being met with a lot of selling. So we do have some players in there who want to unload on every pop. It has a 1.4 million float and it's almost $6 stock. That's really in a good position to move if it wants to. It won't take much. ATXI. Okay, the market looking like it's going to break pre-market highs. Pre-market highs, I believe, are pretty close to yesterday's high. So that could be very close to the end of the move. I'll be watching it carefully to scale out up there. All right, just about ready to break, just about going to break out on the market. S&P 500, not anywhere near close to that though, but the Qs, growth stocks, yes. Growth stocks being bought up. I'm guessing that's being led by Apple. Looks like Apple and Tesla are having a good day. Here goes ATXI with a nice curl up. If it can break $6, who knows on ATXI. And there's the breakout of pre-market highs on the Qs. And there's some move on ATXI. I don't think that shorts are going to be able to contain that. And they'll likely have to cover, in fact. There we go, 599 on ATXI. That'd be a nice spot to take off 5, 10, 15, 20% of your position. Just under 6. And now we've broken over 6, 6.02. Yeah, ATXI is a pump and dump, Carnage. Yes, it is. We're only in it for the pump. We'll be out on the dump before the dump. There it goes, 608. Who's got it? Who's got this ATXI? You had so much opportunity to get in. Randy's on it. Look at it go. 613, 617. I like it. I like it. The next take profit will be under 625. The market's still pushing, but it's slowing down. All right, I'm taking out some of my position right here. There's probably going to be a little bit of a battle up there. ATXI still moving. There was that move to 625. So that's your second take profit. First was underneath 6. Second was at 625. Next will be underneath 650 if it even happens. Your current stop is 560 now because of the way the pivots have moved and VWAP. ATXI pushing over 629 and now 635. Yeah, shares definitely day trade shares. Don't day trade options. You're going to trade options. I mean, just not day trade them. All right, ATXI hitting 637, 643. Get ready for your under 650 take profit. Pretty much nothing else happening on the market out there. Just ATXI and the Qs. We hit a high of 644 on ATXI, and it looks like we're getting some first consolidation. First pullback on ATXI. Question is, how fast can this rally disappear? Oh, super fast. Definitely. No, absolutely. Absolutely. It could be gone in an instant. All right, I'm selling another contract right into that strength right there. The Qs are up and over yesterday's high. So that's a very good sign for the market. But it will need to be back tested. I have the 15-second chart up. I like to know what the fuck is going on. You know, like, look, if I pull up the 15-minute chart, look, this is what we get, right? And I can see it wriggling around the candle. I can see the candle wriggling around, but I want to know what's going on inside. So I drop down to the 5-minute, right? Okay, that's good. And then still I'm seeing it wriggle around. And for 5 minutes, am I going to sit here on my thumbs going, okay, I think, you know, this, that, I think this, that, or am I going to take a look inside? So I go down to the 2-minute and, you know, this process just keeps continuing. You know, here's the 1 minute. And I'd rather not wait 1 minute to know what the fuck's going on with these momentum stocks. So 15 seconds chart works for me. I don't do anything because of a 15-second candle. When I'm looking at the 15-second chart, I'm reading pivot points and price action. It's just noise to me. It's splattered on a wall, you know? That's how I look at it. Kind of, I guess you could say artistically, almost. So I use the 15-second chart to just get a more detailed view of the 5-minute, 2-minute, 1 minute in some sense. Sounds simple and ridiculously stupid simple, but that's it, man. KISS, keep it stupid simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it stupid, simp. You got to be on a coffee cane to be able to process a 15-second chart. Yeah. I crack myself up sometimes. All right, the market pushing, getting some resistance, a little bit of break. Good, nice. Some pullback there, taking out another contract. What? I don't think I sold two, did I? Weird. Thought I had 5 contracts, but I guess I only had 4. That's fine. Keep it stupid, simp. Somebody said they like that. Did you buy on pre-market high break? Yeah, no, but that is a buy point. So you're on the right track. It seems like you're trying to figure things out. And that is correct, I guess you could say. That is not where I bought it, though. But that is a correct buy point for a momentum breakout trade. All right, the market is definitely soaring up and over yesterday's high. I've got a couple of contracts left, so I am partaking in it. Ooh, I just noticed that we're ramming up into a resistance zone that I drew many days ago. And so it might reject off of that. So I just took a contract right as it popped right against that. This could be the top of the market right around here with this rejection zone nearby. And ATXI has hit 670 high. And your new stop on ATXI using the pivot point path, PPP, is 619, 620, 619. So you're able to stay in it until then. Mike says his average buy on that was 581. Great. That essentially is the pre-market high. Yeah, I mean, the strong US dollar relative to the rest of the world right now is helpful, you know. There goes ATXI, 680. Woo, 710. Nice pop there. Definitely, absolutely sell a little bit against that strength right there. Those kinds of flushes, whether they're down or up, can be tops or bottoms. So be careful. You could be looking at a top on ATXI. In fact, maybe it's halting. Anybody have any word on that? In fact, yes, I believe it is halted. Dude, yes. Who's still in it in the halt at a profit? Let me hear from you guys. ATXI. Mike is in. I'm sure Randy's got a bit left, I hope. Randy's account's been a little bit thin lately. Gary's in. Nice. So ATXI halted. We did it. I mean, it's phenomenal. Every day we just rinse and repeat. You know, everybody you hear, and and probably we're gonna hear Madaz, whatever you want to say his name, and complaining like, oh, you fucking low liquidity pumped his fucking, and I'm fucking lost money again, fucking halting this fucking shit. And yet here we are making the money every day. It's a pretty basic system. I mean, RJ, does it surprise you? I mean, the way this moved, textbook. This was textbook. If you just learn the system, take your profits when you're supposed to take your profits, there's not much to it. Just got to show up every day. That's probably the hardest part, showing up every day and staying disciplined to your plan and to your system. Because without discipline, you know, you wind up wandering over to the craps table, play a little roulette, you know, and you give it all back. I mean, if you want to make money, you got to use the stock market as a making money engine, not as a casino. It's a business. And do you run your businesses like shit or with discipline? All right, I'm all out of my last little contract on the market. Totally agree. I am still in ATXI. Sorry, I was making coffee. Good. I have half a cup of cold coffee right here, as a matter of fact. So that's very interesting how I had a previous resistance zone drawn up on the Qs, and the moment it went right up and touched it, I just sold, and that was the exact moment the market reversed as well. So, you know, good idea to have those zones drawn up and extended to infinity on the right side of your chart, to the right of your charts, because you never know when those are going to come back into play. I mean, I'm just going to have so many of those that I'll be aware of once this market turns around and we retrace all the way up to new all-time highs next year or whenever that's going to be. Thanks. Yeah. Up 200% in phase. Is phase moving, guys? F-A-Z-E. Somebody says phase. Let's keep an eye on ATXI, but I'll take a quick look at phase. No, oh, okay, you're up because it's dropping. All right, you're shorting it. All right, never mind about phase. ATXI. Let's get back on top of that. That is the opportunity du jour. What is the opportunity du jour? It means opportunity of the day. I'll have that. I'll have that. ATXI. Oops. All right. And then no, based on what I'm. Oh, hello. Is that
Alert.
was I not turned up all the way, or did I turn it down? My voice should be a lot louder now, I think. Was that too loud, guys? Because maybe hopefully it auto adjusted. Seabass and the fellas says yeah, exactly. That sounds good. I'll have that. Quick, throw this salt over your shoulder. It's bad luck to spill salt. All right. Who's the fuckhead who threw the salt shaker? Yeah, we're going to do Dumb and Dumber quotes all morning here. For sure. Why don't you eat up and I'll tell you. Pretty bird. Pretty bird. Back in my days, probably when I was a kid, we probably quoted Spaceballs all the time. There we go. ATXI is open again. It hit 725. It is still hot. 748. There's your next profit target. 762. 780. And once it gets underneath $8, you can take out another little bit. But right here, right before the halt, why not take a smidgen off? Take a smidgen off. All right. RJ's freaking out. We don't usually get that. RJ's in sheesh mode. My friend's a little slow. The town is back that way. Yeah. Halted up. All right. So you guys got in at 580. We're now at 780. So we're sitting on. Where's the math? Where's my freaking calculator? Oh, there it is. We are sitting on 35% gains this morning. And we had a stop 580 to 540, I believe. It was 540. So we have about 40 cents of risk. And we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5R. Very good. Yeah, very good. You think you're at about 23%. Excellent. Money. You might want to keep that one. It's a Lamborghini. Those are as good as money. Those are IOUs. By the way, that's just to tie it in. That's what debt. That's what government debt is. IOUs. That's what dollars are. They're IOUs. Dollars are debt. You might not know that, but it's government going, no. I promise. And then you get your dollars and bills made out of paper, and you hope they're not counterfeit, and they're worth something. Well, right now that's worth more than gold. The dollar is now worth more than gold in future appreciation value. I got worms. That's what we're going to name it. I got worms. What was it? What went wrong, Hair? Some young filly break your heart? No, it was a girl. This guy's feeding me all these lines. I know every one of them too. What a call on the market top. I mean, fucking nailed it, right? Just nailed that top. And we called it, pre-market as well, that it's probably going to move up to the top and reject and bleed red. Someone asks, would it be beneficial for me to join the group with a small trading account? Yes. Okay. You have a small trading account. It would be beneficial for you to join the group and not even use your trading account. I'm serious. for months. Just hang out every day. Just learn. And I have a discount code for you for a practice simulator that you can use. And you can learn in like 1 month or 2 months, depending on how hardcore you want to go at this, what would take you a year to learn. So yeah, I recommend you join our group in order to learn and get to the place where in practice you're profitable, which is going to take a long time, but maybe not, depending on how disciplined you'll be about it and how much you want it. Yeah, there goes the market all the way back to the open. I didn't short up there, though I should have. But that's just, I'm lucky I can get, one profitable trade off every day, helping you guys out simultaneously. But that would have been nice. There was no established, other than a resistance zone, there was no established like double top or anything. So definitely would have been catching a falling knife, in inverse falling knife. Would have been catching a thrown pen into the ceiling. Yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda. No, I'm fine with that. All right, let's go back to ATXI. This is very extended now. So it is likely, it's already parabolic. It's, parabolic. It doesn't necessarily mean it's over. That doesn't necessarily mean you should short it. Shorts should never short by guessing. Shorts should always short resistance areas and double tops and consolidation zones. You should never short guesses. You should never guess the top. But long, it's okay necessarily to exit early and not be greedy and just say, hey, I did it. I made a portion of this. All right, it reopened back up. It hit 820 and hit 830. All right, it's still going. 850, 890. We've got to be halting. That's true, John. That's a very good point. The bad earnings will really spell disaster against a strong dollar. But so long as the rest of the world is worse off than we are, then we're a net positive in a trade sense. All right, we're bouncing off of 9, and I'm getting a reversal signal at 9. So that could be the top right there. There's a little consolidation at the top, and you could just exit there if you have the ability to get back in. That could be the end of the run right there on ATXI. You can always get back in. But to me, that's the top for now. Took off most there, yeah. So this pulling up now is going right into a high volume resistance zone, and it's going to reject again at 897, somewhere in there. There it goes, 898, and then it rejected back to 872. We're really close to breaking out again, though, and there's a continuation, some further break. Could be a fake out, could go to 10. Who knows? If you have the ability to get back in, you had that ability, so you're okay. But if you took out most of your position, you should still feel good about going from 5.8 to 9. Your stop can now be 825, and we're hitting 956, and I think halting 956. Where can you find the code for the practice simulator? When you join my trading group, that's for members only. That's what the trading simulator people gave me the discount code under the premise that is for members only. So that is over in the resources section over in members only here, I believe. What do I look for a breakout from a demand zone? Okay, well, a demand zone should be very established already. And so if you don't really break out from a demand zone, maybe you're talking about a supply zone, but you don't really break out from a demand zone, you sort of base and then you perk up and then you start to move out. And then when it comes back in or near, you can get in for the continuation, but you could also already be in during the base. We didn't necessarily have that situation here, so I'm not sure what you're talking about, but we could be talking about that supply zone up there, the resistance zone. Did I call it a demand zone? Maybe in the heat of the moment, I get those mixed up. Schmo says, okay, perfect. I'm working with $500 account. Been around the game for over a year now, but need a mentorship. So I'm excited to start. Well, that would be perfect because that's what I love to do. You know, my position here as like coach or mentor is probably the best way to view what I do. So go to the link over and go to my profile and go to the link in my bio and come on over. Join and come over. It's free for the first week. So you can see whether or not it's valuable for you or not and what kind of value it's worth to you. All right, I'm very curious to see where ATXI is going to go from here so far. I mean, like this is a $1.4 million float. And what do we got on volume on the day? It's 17 or 18 million shares traded. So the float is rotating and it's down to just about next to nothing. So at this point, there's no supply. So it will not take much for it to move up. I don't know where it's at now as far as ETB, H2B, NTB, but RJ, what is it now? I don't know what it was. Probably was ETB. Yeah, but now it's hard to borrow, and that's fine. That means there are shares to short. That means some lucky schmuck is going to be able to grab a reject on a retest of a support zone at the highs. Yeah, I know. Carnage. No, I know. No. In fact, it's $49 a month, and it goes down $1 every month that you're with us. Until finally it's $9 a month. And I definitely do not sell life memberships. I don't really believe in that. Just doesn't make sense. I think I don't believe in that. But I do sell annuals, but that's not available right now. So we go monthly. But your first week is free and you can see if it's worth $49 to you. Okay, ATXI is going to come out of the hall any minute here. It's halted at 956. Now, to my eyes, we've lost the parabolic. So it still could shoot up and and do all that, but to my eyes, the parabolic has slowed and we're getting kind of an S curve here. So we might pop. Let's see what happens when this comes out of the halt. We might pop, but I think that we're getting close to the end of the move. Do I know a guy named Nitro Trades? I think so. I don't know. I think so. I feel like I've talked to Nitro Trades before. I don't know. All right. It opened it opened down at 872, and I believe it's halting down. We're halting down. So you have about 7 more seconds to get out if you can. His real name is Mike. Okay. And we're halted down at 861. So I was right about that. And we halted down right into this consolidation area. It is likely over. The trade is likely over. RJ was able to get all out. Now, RJ, did you do that at as a limit order or as a market order? Nitro trades as a scalper, says Camille. He helped me out before I joined Evan's group. Ah, cool. His real name is Mike, says the other dude here. Carnage. All right. Hopefully you guys got all out of ATXI, although you never know. The next coming out of the halt could be up, but I do believe, like I said, I do believe it's over. That consolidation area after the parabolic is pretty indicative of nearing the end of the move. Oh, and the market is taking a tumble. I'm going to get a little bit of that. Atlas pattern on the 15-second on the market. Inverse Atlas. And we may now go and hunt the close, yesterday's close. That is the next real strong area to test. We have a pre-market level really close, right around here where we're at right now on SPY and on the Qs. So there might be a little bit of chop right there, as some people believe that might be significant. But I believe what we're going to do next is we're going to run down to yesterday's close. And that level is 274.40 on the Qs. And 364.50 on SPY. Oh, right. Mike got all out at 957 on ATXI. That was the absolute top. Well done. Now, Mike, what got you all out up there? Why not hold further? Was it because of that recent consolidation area? So gave you a clue that things were not following through as much anymore. Could that be what it was? Absolutely. Good job, Mike.
Alert.
Mike's got really good instincts. And I don't know if RJ could say the same. I don't know that RJ has really good instincts, but he is a damn good systematic mechanical trader. He follows a system. We say great things about RJ, but and RJ's probably with me, jealous as anyone and envious of anybody who has the instincts. The instincts are so interesting. I find it fascinating. If you have that killer instinct, and Mike seems to have it. It's good. I had to I don't know, build something else up around the fact that I didn't fully have that killer instinct. It's good. But I definitely envy people who have that killer instinct. I've been trading for about 23 or 25 years. I don't know. Time keeps flying. 1999-ish, 98, 99. So about 23 years. Somebody says, Reanimated Mind says, INM is running. Pulling it up. Oh, yeah. But, it's already halfway through the move. Unfortunately, I think we missed a lot of it already. See, that's the difference between, and it's on low volume. That's the difference between, yes, there's going to be other stocks every day. RJ, Mike, everybody. There's going to be other stocks. And you have to be okay with missing them or getting in them late for a smaller risk or whatnot, or just, be okay with missing them. Because the reason why ATXI, for example, made us money is because it was all set up beforehand. We just knew everything about how to handle it. We had no idea INM was going to do what it's going to do. You don't really want to be grabbing it while it's running, if you can help it. And so you have to be okay with not getting every stock that makes a move every day, but instead the ones that already forecasted it so you could plan your whole money-making procedure around it. Nice. Mike says he took profits 8 times. That's excellent. Definitely proud of that as well. It shouldn't take 2 years to start. You need experience more than it shouldn't take 2 years to start. You need experience more than anything. Yes, and that's why I recommend the trading sim, and you can get that code from me for the discount signing up for them if you're a member of our group. But I recommend using trading sim because you can replay the market and day trade stocks. I recommend day trading the first 20, 30 minutes of the market open, like 5 times a day. If you can do that 5 times a day, every day for the next 30 days, you will have gained 1 year's of day trading the open experience in 1 month. So, trading sim can be a very handy tool. A simulator like that, very handy. Marcus says, I had to learn that. Which thing? What are we talking about again, Marcus? RJ says, during the slowness yesterday, I just practiced some opens on trading sim. It was great. Oh, man, that's awesome. And did you figure out how to size your account so you really get used to it? INM hitting $8 right now. Yes, sir. Very good. The market marching down to break a new low. Boom. There it is. There's the new low on the market, on the S&P 500, on the Dow, and on the Qs. All made a new low of the day, but they are still pushing down into retracement territory from yesterday and the day before. So there is a little congestion down here. Traditionally, how long do halts last? 5 minutes. Yeah, phase ran down. I know. I was watching it. Yeah. I'm a presume you're a short on it. You said you made a lot of money. I presumed you were a short on it. Maybe you were. Maybe it was like an IPO, and yeah, you should have sold. Don't hold anything negative, man. INM hit 8.2 and then now it pulled back to 7.8. I don't know. What is the float on INM? Let's take a quick look. Float, 630,000. Yeah. So INM, definitely a qualified tradable momentum stock here. Volume on it is 1 million and growing, and it only has a 600,000 float. So, you guys could definitely feast again potentially with INM. Okay, good. Yeah. Oh, you mean you were talking about like buying a dip? Okay. And then Marcus says you don't have to be in every trade. Yeah. You want to be in the best trades. And that what is the best trades is definitely not what most people think that it is. The best trades are not the ones that moved the most. they were the ones that behaved the way you thought they would. There's a big difference, and we're set up. Yeah. All right, the market semi-reversing here. Off of the bottom, off of a double bottom. Oh, peeling off some risk on my market short position there. Right at break even. Not going to give any back. What's the benefit from being in your trading group versus just watching your lives? Try it for a week. Find out. It's free to try. Just go try it. You know, just try it for a week. Find out for yourself. It's free to try. It's free to answer that question. It's free. You know, I don't have to sell you on anything. You can just go check. You can do it. You know, find out. You know, and if it's not that much different, then don't. You know, you don't have to join the group. And in some respects, it's not. But in many respects, it is. But in some respects, it's not. And so, you know, you might decide not to, and that's fine with me. The group is for people who want to be in the group. Get a bunch of more serious traders. It's like if you want to take things serious in life about this trading, if you want to take this trading thing a little bit more serious, you know, I think that's kind of the difference. Then you might trade the group. I mean, join the group. Okay, you guys, I'm all out of the market and gonna hit the gym. So that was good trading. The market open with you. Everybody, you can move into the member chat area and over in Momentum. And I highly recommend you go over to the Momentum channel and you keep an eye on it with each other if you are into trading these momentum type day trades, because today there seems to be some action. And all together, you guys can help inform each other as to what's going on. All right, so go over to the Momentum area. You also have the Active Trader Lounge. You know, just ask each other, you know, you want to join me in the Active Trader Lounge, and then you guys can share your screens, be on mic, and live trade together, kind of buddy trade, however you will. All right, have a good morning, everybody. Thanks for the follow, Jose, and strawberry cheesecake or whatever your name is. Champagne, nice.